Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the AM Silver Bullet for Thursday, November 9th. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the Kraken Silver Bullet Pro indicator. So we'll turn that on, and it has the background. We have the previous day high was just taken again. It took it this here, and then it just took it above that now. Again, here's the New York Midnight Open, and let's see what else we got here. Let's turn on Asia session and see what we have here. Obviously the high has been taken, but the low has not been taken yet. So we're going to remove the high, London session. Okay, so the low has not been taken. The high has, so we'll take the high off. New York Killzone. Oh, hold on, I gotta do one more thing here. That's still doing yesterday, so I gotta get it over 1. There you go. So we have the Killzone low, and the Killzone high has just been taken, so we'll take off the high. AM session, that would be yesterday's AM session. Don't need it, already been taken, so we'll take that off. New York lunch yesterday was down lower, don't need it. Okay, the PM session yesterday. Don't need it, I don't think. PM session's been taken and been taken. So, okay, so we're good. That's what we have left. Okay. Obviously, we just came down here, so obviously we're looking for some kind of a market structure shift and to take this out. So obviously we're aiming for here. We just took out this. Granted, we took it out up here, but we just, again, cleared this high over again, and now we have immediate rejection. So I'm looking for something to come down here if we can get it. Okay. Mark this out here. Fair value gap here. Fair value gap here. Get in there? Of course not. And now we're off to the races. Okay. There you go. Take out all that liquidity. Look at that. All that. Just by one tick on Asia, but took out New York Killzone for sure. Took out London for sure. And took out Asia for sure, but just by one tick. Okay. Obviously, we missed our chance there. Okay, this is going to give us... For me, I'd want to see this broken for a market structure shift, but also if we pulled a fib from here, see if it's going to continue lower, we would pull a fib and optimal trade entry and see where we're at, right? If it comes up here and then hesitates, I'll take a short from here. There it goes. Just goes into a premium right there and comes down right there, and if it stalls, yeah, there you go. Comes into this fair value gap here at equilibrium. Where it came to. Just showing you where it came to so you can see what you're looking at as you tape read. Look at that. Filled it in perfectly to the tick. And then done. Here's another fair value gap here. If you were aiming for the low, you could get in there if you wanted to. I'm thinking about it, but I don't. I mean, this is just one tick. I'd aim for here, but I wouldn't have a whole lot of other targets below that. And there would be your entry. We're just looking. There'd be another entry. Let's just put one on here, just like if we did, right? And we'd aim for. Let's just go to 2 to 1. Okay, well there's 2, right? Just tape reading. Just tape reading. See how it plays out. And of course, it's going to play out. just fine because I didn't hit the button. That's usually what happens, right? When you tape read, exactly what you think happens. That's always great to know that you can read the tape right. Okay, so we're hesitating there. Okay, so for me, there's a market structure shift right there. Okay, go long. I'm going to mark out this order block right here. If price comes back into this order block, I will go long. It came here. Why am I doing that? Because this took out a bunch of liquidity here. This took out a little bit more, and it's kind of hesitating, right? It doesn't need a whole lot more liquidity. It just took out a bunch of it right here. So now I'm looking at to go long back up here. Okay, that's what I'm aiming for at this point. Okay, buy in there. What am I aiming for? All right, so we're going above this high right here. That's what we're aiming for. Let me pull this fib off. Okay, now let's pull a retracement leg. Where would our retracement leg be? The lowest low to the swing point. So in between 2 and 2.5, or the middle point is right there. What else is right there? This high right here is right in above that. So that's a draw on liquidity right in there. So somewhere in here, right? Not too picky. I know I like to have even numbers on my stuff. So I'd be right in there. If it came up here and hesitated, I'd just get out of the trade. It's close enough. I don't need the exact hit, right? It's all about making money. I'm not concerned about a few dollars. I'd rather get the bulk of it and get out and not have to worry about and stress about it. What's causing this right here? This order block. Close above it, and then it becomes an inversion fair value gap. All right, so now you'd want to see this hold price up. We want to see it close below it. I can live with that. I mean, it's still working, as it should. And let's see, this one is now an inversion as well. See how this one holds up. I'd like to see it support price. Wouldn't want to see it violated. Okay. These are now inversions as well. Not going to mark them all up here. We do have a fair value gap right here on our side. Yeah, I'm not taking it right there. I want to see it get up, see if it's going to hit our target or not. Did that take us hit this? Oh, it didn't. You can just see it just barely, almost didn't hit it. So I'd call this now, this is relative equal highs here. So I like to see, I'm going to go like this just because it's so close. Relatively equal highs, right? So here's what I'm looking for. From right here, I want to see this obviously come out here. That's the first one, right? If that doesn't, if it comes down to this fair value gap and then up, I'm buying. I'm going to buy another one. Why? Because price loves to fall short of a target, retrace a little bit, and then take it out. So for me, if it retraces into this fair value gap, you also have this inversion right here. I'm going to mark this as an inversion. You also have this inversion now here as an inversion. Where is that? Right, inversion right there. So I'm just going to mark these over here like this. So somewhere in here, I got 3 PD arrays to help support price. So it comes down here, I'm entering. I'm going to enter another trade, and I'm going to target this right here. Okay, I'm going to leave these. I'll leave them on for right now, just to kind of show you what I want to do, see how it plays out. Okay. Do we get into that actual fair value gap? We do right there. Get into that. All right, so let's buy one there. Aiming right for middle, just like we're on this other one right here. Okay, I'm going to take these off now, so you see that is what I was looking for. Okay, let's, did I not buy one? Here, I'm going to buy another one, sorry. Okay, so now we're seeing, oof, got into that second inversion fair value gap. Okay. Giving me multiple entries, potential entries to get into this trade. I don't like it hovering here, though, to be honest. I'd rather see it aggressively push up. Here could have entered again. I'm not going to, but I like to see it, let's move up forward. I feel better about things. There you go. That's better. There we go. Flat. Done. All right, let's just see. We get there. There we go. Okay. All right, let me take off the short positions here. I'll take off the short position rather here. I'm just going to leave that one on because I actually didn't take that trade. So we came to the 10 o'clock hour and we opened the Kraken Silver Bullet indicator and we saw that we had the New York Killzone low, the London low, and the Asia low all available liquidity underneath all of those. And we just took out the previous day high, okay, a second time. It was taken out earlier at 9:30 at the open, and now it's definitely swept that liquidity and now it aggressively moved down. I mean, with speed, within like 7 minutes, it was down taking this other liquidity. Once it took this liquidity, it barely took out the Asia low. It retraced into equilibrium into a fair value gap and then traded back down. Created a fair value gap on its way down, and we could have entered here, which is what we talked about, but I didn't want to take that trade because that's not what I was targeting. I don't like to take trades into the liquidity that's already been taken. I like to do the opposing liquidity, like a market structure shift and go all the way up, not kind of like this, right? But you can, and this would have worked out perfectly fine. So we tape read it. So we marked it, we placed our position on there and watched it play out just fine, as it usually does when you're tape reading, right? That's fine. That's good to know that we know what we're looking for. So then price, cleared this low, and then it just kind of hesitated here, and then it moved up, making a market structure shift to go long. We marked out our order block. Price came back down into that order block. We got in our trade. Price came up and just, wasn't as aggressive as I like, but when it traded up, created an inversion fair value gap, created another inversion fair value gap, and another one on the way up. It fell short of the buy side liquidity. It made relatively equal highs here. like that. And we also pulled the manipulation leg from here to here and found that in between 2 and 2.5 standard deviations was that high, and now it's at relatively equal highs. It fell short, and then it started retracing back down into this cluster of fair value gap and 2 inversion fair value gaps, this little cluster of 3 PD arrays. Price came down into those PD arrays once and came back twice. We entered on one, stop was below here, and we still targeted the same stop we were. This was relatively equal highs. We knew that was going to be taken. We just didn't know how far it was going to retrace. Could have retraced back into optimal trade entry, which could have pulled from here to here, so it could have came down way down here. We didn't know. That's why we took this trade, and we were kind of hoping that it'd just hurry up and take us out, which it did. After it came in the second time, it came out and took us out, and it went past the 2.5 standard deviations for that. So that is your 2 AM Silver Bullet setups for Thursday, November 9th, using the Kraken Silver Bullet Pro indicator.